In the quiet farm town of Plainfield, Wisconsin, lived a man whose name would become synonymous with horror, Ed Gein. On the surface, Ed was just a shy, reclusive handyman, but beneath that quiet exterior lay a deeply disturbed mind, shaped by a difficult and isolated upbringing. Ed grew up under the thumb of his intensely religious and domineering mother, Augusta. She taught him that the outside world was sinful, and that women were vessels of temptation. After his brother and father passed away, Ed's world shrank to just him and Augusta on their secluded farm. When she died in 1945, Ed was left completely alone, his only connection to the world severed. This profound loneliness and his twisted relationship with his mother sent Ed down a dark path. He sealed off his mother's rooms, preserving them like a shrine. But his grief and isolation manifested in a truly macabre way. He began visiting local cemeteries at night, under the cover of darkness. He wasn't there to mourn. He was there to unearth the recently deceased. Back at his dilapidated farmhouse, Gein used the bodies he exhumed for his grotesque crafts. He wasn't a killer at this point, but what he was doing was beyond comprehension. He was trying to create, in his own twisted way, a replacement for his mother. The full extent of his activities remained a secret, locked away behind the doors of his farmhouse, which no one ever entered. The community remained oblivious until November 16, 1957. Bernice Warden, the owner of the local hardware store, vanished. Witnesses remembered that Ed Gein was her last customer. When police went to his farm to question him, they stumbled upon a scene of unimaginable horror. Inside Gein's house, authorities found items that defied belief. They discovered bowls made from human skulls, chairs upholstered with human skin, and a lampshade made from a human face. Bernice Warden's body was found in a shed, but the horrors didn't stop there. They also found the remains of another missing woman, Mary Hogan, a local tavern owner who had disappeared years earlier. The investigation revealed that Gein had been making these nocturnal trips to cemeteries for years. He confessed to 2 murders, but the items in his house were traced back to at least a dozen different graves. The news sent shockwaves through the nation. How could a seemingly harmless man from a small town be capable of such things? Ed Gein was ultimately found not guilty by reason of insanity. He spent the rest of his life in a state mental institution, where he died in 1984. He was never the prolific serial killer some stories make him out to be, but his ghoulish crimes were so shocking they inspired some of cinema's most iconic villains, including Norman Bates from Psycho, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs. Ed Gein's story is a chilling reminder of what can fester in isolation and a disturbed mind, forever leaving a dark stain on the history of true crime. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most compelling cases. See you next time.